This is Super Sonic Hedgehog Combat. Good versus evil, strong versus weak, blonde versus brown, Hedgie. Go! Go! No!
Hi. You know, I've been thinking. It's been 20 years since the release of Sonic Adventure 2 Battle on the Nintendo GameCube. I had to have been at least 5 years old at the time. At some point around there, I was a proud owner of a silver Nintendo GameCube with matching in-tech LCD display game screen. And by the grace of some parent or extended family member, one way or another, I was gifted a copy of Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Holding the case in my hand with what little knowledge I had about the blue hedgehog guy, all I could think to myself was, whoa, there's also a black hedgehog guy. The game went on to be one of my most memorable games from my childhood and still an all-time favorite for me. I'm opening with this small story to tell you this. That was one of the last times I thought about Sonic the Hedgehog without some overarching bias and cynical, sarcastic remark regarding his history, his track record, or the company that makes him. In the following years, I asked my parents directly if I could get, quote, the other Sonic Adventure game on GameCube, and they happily gifted me Sonic Heroes. Wow, 14 stages with unique paths and adventures for each team. Thanks, Mom. But I was still a kid. I still enjoyed it. I even enjoyed Shadow the Hedgehog, which came out a few years later. But man, I just could not get my hands on Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut. This lasted into the Wii generation when I got Sonic and the Secret Rings. And that was the first time I remember ever quitting a game because I was just too bored. I was 11, and I'd rather go to bed early than play more of Sonic and the Secret Rings. Since then, I never really had any faith in Sonic. When I was old enough to get games for myself, I did eventually track down a copy of Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut, and I loved it, but I knew it was an artifact from a bygone era. Even Sonic moved on to the PS3 and Xbox 360. He had bigger games there, flashier, and way more adventurous than what we got on Wii. I was jealous of my friends and their fancy PS3s. Yeah, I was jealous of people who got to play Sonic 06. It was around that time I became more present online, being a part of discussions about gaming, speculation about what's coming soon, and of course, arguments ad nauseum about which console is better. Even arguments that extend further to which character is better, Mario or Sonic? Of which I was firmly on the side of Mario, holding my copy of Super Mario Galaxy 2 close to chest. The community infighting around Sonic existed long before my introduction to it, and will probably last beyond my death, even though there always seemed to be more Sonic haters than fans. The hate even leaked to mainstream gaming coverage when popular reviewers started using the now infamous phrase, Sonic had a rough transition to 3D. When I look back to that day I played my first Sonic game, I was blind to how historical that copy of Sonic Adventure 2 Battle really was. This game box represented the start of a new era, post-console War 1. There are few modern video game characters as controversial as Sonic the Hedgehog has been literally his entire life. You can argue that the idea of console wars hadn't existed before he showed up. Before the Sega Genesis, the home console market was a wild west of any computer company throwing a stick and a button on a box and claiming to be the next big game console, including Sega. On the same day the Nintendo Family Computer released, there was another console, the Sega SG-1000. As you can probably tell by the name and the controller, it was just another Atari ripoff. No, but it had some bangers, such as Girl's Garden, a game about a girl gardening. Critics called it simple, inoffensive, and inessential. Not bad for the first video game programmed by eventual Sonic co-creator, Yuji Naka. You've probably heard the rest of the story. Yuji Naka thought Super Mario Bros. Was too slow. And given the blast processing power of the Sega Genesis, he strived to make a game all about speed. Everything about this character, from the design, attitude, marketing, and even gameplay, is directly meant to oppose the plumber. Before Sonic, anyone could enter the console game, but none of them had the staying power of Nintendo. Sega was the only company who truly put up a fight, and it was 100% because of Sonic. Before the Genesis, there was the Sega Master System. After the Genesis, there was the Sega Saturn. Nobody talks about these two because they didn't have Sonic on them, unless you count Sonic R, which I don't. But people do talk about the Dreamcast, partially because of Sonic, but also because of a handful of other titles that are now known as classics, like Shenmue, Jet Set Radio, and others. But Sonic Adventure 2 would be the last attack forced by Sega before retreating, ending the console war with Nintendo as the victor. Less than a year later, the gaming community saw the unthinkable: Sonic's name on the case of a game exclusive to Nintendo. But to the new generation of naive children like myself, it was just a cool new game. And that generation all grew up in a world where Nintendo and Sega are friends. And sometimes Sonic is exclusive to whatever Nintendo console is out, sometimes it's not. It doesn't really matter to us. I just wonder, when they say Sonic had a rough transition to 3D, are they talking about the failure of the Dreamcast? Was that the rough part? For being the first real 3D Sonic games, they're kind of great. They're janky, the voice acting is kind of weird, but these games, they're pure fun. And I find it hard to track down someone who doesn't think these are basically the best 3D Sonic games out there. Maybe they just compare it too closely to Super Mario 64. But that game's janky too. And it didn't even try voice acting until the GameCube, which was probably worse than Sonic Adventure.
Mario! Objection! Overruled. I judge the defendant guilty as charged.
Maybe they're referring to Sonic 3D Blast when they talk about the rough transition. Maybe they're referring to Sonic R, if you count that. Which I don't. This feels like some sort of rewriting of history. I think what people mean when they say Sonic had a rough transition to 3D, they really mean Sonic had a lot of crappy shovelware garbage games during the Wii PS3 360 era. But that's just a little more of a mouthful. But it makes a lot more sense. I still don't know why it needs to be brought up in every review about Sonic.
Sonic's cool started to taste a little Chemical Zone. And although the fact that his transition to 3D was far less graceful than Mario's was definitely a factor.
Flash forward to today, and we've seen this phrase fully evolve from general consensus to overblown criticism to now just ironic meme. The funny thing is that every review about Sonic still feels the need to bring this up, as if to ensure the audience that they're in on the meme, and that's not how they feel about Sonic.
Sonic has had a rough time in 3D. So begins every single review of a 3D Sonic game. Even I'm guilty of this.
That's sort of what I'm doing right now, but I promise there's a better payoff. Right now I'm just pointing out how Sonic is such a controversial character that regardless of what game you're talking about, you need to asterisk your review with backstory and disclaimers, because you don't want to be lumped in to one crowd or another, and you don't want the hardcore Sonic fans to burn down your house. After every critic became self-aware about Sonic had a rough transition to 3D, a new hot take was born in the mid-2010s. Whether it was up-and-coming YouTubers or Reddit users or even normal game players you meet in real life, so many people seem to have this same oh-so-clever take that, Sonic was never actually good.
I think we're at the point where we need to admit that this was never really a great franchise. And that we keep trying and trying and trying to find this thing that was never really actually there.
Sonic was never good.
These same people would give examples such as, the game's about going fast, but I keep bumping into spikes. And Honestly, that's probably where most of their criticism stops. This hot take spread like wildfire, and before you knew it, everyone was saying it, regardless of their experience with the 2D classic titles. I think today we're starting to see this phrase evolve into ironic meme status where it will eventually die, but that doesn't change the damage it's done to the Sonic debate. It's for that reason I have to explain all this personal history and have all these disclaimers to show you where I'm coming from so that you can understand. I was one of those people. I thought I was clever, going around saying Sonic was never really good. But there's a reason I haven't brought up the 2D titles yet. It's because I never really played them. Now, I didn't just pull this criticism out of the air. I do have some experience with these 2D titles throughout my life, finding myself playing the original Sonic the Hedgehog, a few levels here and there. Sonic 2 I've played even less, most of the time playing as Tails in the background while hanging out at a friend's house. As for Sonic 3, I never touched the thing. Same for Sonic CD. The only classic Sonic game I own was the original, which is free on iOS. I played it a little on the bus to school on my iPhone 4. I figured that experience was reasonable enough to throw my hat in the Sonic debate ring. Which brings us to today. The Sonic Origins Collection is the perfect opportunity to right this wrong. Definitive versions of the four most beloved 2D Sonic titles, and being able to play them widescreen, in my room, in order, no other distractions, judging these games as nothing more than video games. That's why I talked all about the history and the controversy beforehand. I was getting it out of the way so I could talk about the games on their own, playing through for the first time and answering the question, was Sonic ever good? But there's one more thing I need to talk about first. Not even a simple remaster of 30-year-old games is free from controversy. This is Sonic we're talking about. As with everything involving this character, Sonic Origins is surrounded by negativity from some haters, but mostly fans. In the following weeks of release, I've seen my fair share of online Twitter users sharing glitches and weird little exploits they found in these old games that didn't have them before. I say this now, having completed all the games. I did not encounter any of this. I do think Sonic games and their problems do get overblown on the internet, and since not a lot of people really go and try them out because it looks bad from the start, or Sonic haters have no intention of playing the games anyway, they see them and then they blow them up like, see, Sonic's bad, Sonic's bad. Not that we shouldn't call out Sega for not finishing ports of 30-year-old games. I'm just saying, it's never as bad as it looks. I played through all 4 of the games, I never encountered a glitch. I don't know enough about the games to use exploits, so I didn't do that either. I just played the games. However, there's one major controversy regarding Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles.
Oh no!
They didn't use the original music, but not only that, they used like lower quality versions of the beta tracks of Sonic 3. And it has something to do with copyright, it has something to do with Michael Jackson. But to comfort the people who think this will affect my opinion of Sonic 3, remember, mods. There is an application that is built to manage Sonic mods for any given Sonic game. It's created by the community because there's so many glitches that need to be fixed in these Sonic games that they created a program so that people can just download them and not have to worry about any complicated process. It's called the Hedge mod. It's pretty shameful that Sega, at this point, they know the community's going to fix things. It's almost like the community's the final pass-through of the development process and they don't get paid or anything at all. But regardless, it's about the fans' dedication. It's about how much they love this series and they want to see it represented better. It's sad, but I'm thankful that these people exist so we can experience these games better. I didn't download any mods aside from putting the real Sonic 3 and Knuckles music in there. So, don't worry about that. I've listened to Ice Cap Zone, it's great, okay? And I think that's all we needed to cover. Now we can get into the games individually. I'm tackling these games one by one. Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic CD, Sonic 3. I'm going to discuss a few particular things about levels, share my overall thoughts with each, and then compare them at the end and determine, are these games really that good? Or are they really that bad according to who you ask? But I'm judging them as games. I'm not talking about what Sonic became or what Sonic was, what's the point of them. I'm not gonna bring up other people's arguments. I'm playing the game and giving you my raw thoughts. I'm not even gonna bring up Super Mario Brothers at all. So without further ado, Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh, Sonic, yeah, Sonic, yeah. Oh, there's the portal thing. Get in the portal thing. Oh my god, this thing. This abomination of a level. I remember this. Oh, guess we lose. What are the peppermints? Why does it say down, down, down? Why are there birds? Why can't I get through this? Okay, here we, no, yep, there we go. I'm like already tired of this. Please get in there. Just get in there. There it is. Ooh, well, it's pretty clear that without these retries, I probably wouldn't be getting these Chaos Emeralds, but... Oh! No! Oh! I can't just get the thing? I can't... Don't... Remember not to go fast. Don't go fast in Sonic. Okay, I'm starting to see a pattern. It's like a million of these ramps with spiky balls on them. Oh, am I gonna die? Yep. Oh no! Oh, that was kind of sick. Alright, now we're doing the 2 half pipes with the spiky balls again. Like, this level is just constantly repeating. And over here we have the orange blocks going up and down. Again! Oh, what's this? 2 half pipes with spiky balls. I wonder what's gonna happen after. Oh wait, it's 3! It's 3 half pipes with spiky balls. But there's the orange blocks. I probably need to, yep, I gotta grab. Oh my god. No, I need another one. I need another one, please. Please! Ah! Oh! Nice, alright. I'm in the water now. What the fuck? What was that? I'm feeling it. I'm gonna get crushed here, right? Yep. What the f... There you are, Eggman. What is this? Just a chase segment? I don't got rings, nope. Oh no. It's all good, Oh my gosh, it's just really tight platforming. Kinda, I don't know about this. Oh god. Dude, this is a bit shite. I'm not gonna lie. Labyrinth Zone has been pretty bad. And okay, you know what? It's partially my fault at this point. Oh my god, are we done with that? Thank god. He didn't even they didn't even put a boss fight. They didn't have another boss fight, so they just put in a crappy chase segment. I know it's coming. Oh, there it is. Wait, I have 50 rings, okay. Sonic has passed away. Oh my god, what the Oh, this is agony. This is like what, the 5th one or something, and I still don't know what up, up, or down, down means. Oh my god, please. I'm at the beginning. I'm not exaggerating, I have a headache. I've been spinning, it feels like it's been going faster and You see? It's like they have no self-control. Every single wall has to have a spring to push you back into something. Sometimes it's death. Sometimes you just have to repeat a whole platforming section. These spinny balls are definitely one of the video game mechanics of all time. There's a spring again. What? I need somebody to tell me why, like, that is a fun thing. Wait, this is just Labyrinth Zone again. No! Why would they do that? They just made it kind of gray. I feel like I'm gonna drown like any second. Oh, there's some bubbles. What the fucking shit was that? It's the final zone. It's time to die. Oh, I've played this. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool fight. Oh my god, finally. That was interesting. I touched him, he's still, yeah, I'm just letting him get away. Is that the end? Well, I guess I didn't get the true ending, huh? Why are you looking at me like that? What did I do to you? Oh, okay, he's happy. Yeah. The one Chaos Emerald. You know, if I didn't, back in Green Hill Zone, if I didn't miss that portal for no reason, I would have got that. And this is some sus. So I told you I'd give you my raw thoughts. The thing with Sonic the Hedgehog 1 is that it kind of sucks. I'm iffy on the whole thing. The environmental design behind the levels, it's all very cool. I mean, especially at that point in time, I haven't seen a whole level focuses on springs, Spring Yard Zone or Starlight Zone. Even the lava level was like the marble ancient temple, but it's all purple. It's like it's cool. All level design is cool. I misused the word level design. That's why I said environmental design. The level design, I got problems with it. It seems like this game is constantly trying to prank you every which way, and you're not in on the joke. You get pissed off. They can't put a wall without a spring. What's up with that? Why are they obsessed with you running, enjoying, having a good time, and then boing? There's also a lot of claustrophobic, really tight hallways, which is like, you get no room to do anything. So there's this part in Marble Zone where you're in that tight hallway, and there's the purple worms with the spikes that you need to hit on the head specifically. And I'm like, oh, I don't have enough room to jump and hit them. I could, but there's two of them. They're shooting at me. I know. I'll spin dash. Oh, it's perfect. This is like they set it up for me to do this. So I spin dash into them. Yeah, I kill both of them. Immediately spring, boom, into the lava. Lose your rings, all the way back. What's the fun? I'm not gonna name every moment, but so many of them in this game. I can't think of are you supposed to laugh at yourself? Cause maybe you laugh the first time. But when it keeps happening, and oh man, if I actually had extra lives and wasn't playing on the Origins collection, which gave me infinite retries, I would game over. You definitely stop laughing there, right? I can't comprehend why they design it like that. It's not about wanting to go fast and then you don't. It's about dying because the game is playing unfair. And the special stage, what is that? Doo-doo-doo-doo. Why is it psychedelic? Why are there fish? I mean, it's fine. It doesn't actually play that bad, but it's incredibly frustrating. Sometimes it takes too long to bend the thing to where you want, to jostle yourself around, and then you end up falling into the goal, of course. And I gotta say, the Sonic Origins collection significantly improves anybody's experience with this game. People are dogging on this collection, but you got the infinite lives, you got the infinite retries. There are multiple times I showed one part in this video where I start the level and I just fall immediately into the goal and I'm just not even ready before I die. And if this was the real game, screwed, that's it. You gotta get another 50 rings in the next level and hope you can get that portal, unless it's a boss level in which you don't have a chance at all. It just doesn't, there's no portal. And the time I missed the portal, what? Why is that even possible? If the challenge is to bring 50 rings to the end, I did that. I was having fun going fast, and I went right through the end. You're not allowed to go back. So I missed the portal, even though I qualified for the special stage. It's little things like that just make you so mad. The rest of the game's pretty fun. The music, of course, is bopping. I enjoy most of the levels. Some of them get a little repetitive. Spring Yard Zone was when I was like, okay, are they literally copy and pasting these exact obstacles for you to get through? I felt like that whole level was copy and pasted. The Labyrinth Zone, it's the epitome of like, oh, water level's bad, am I right, fellas? No, but really, water level's bad. Aside from some of that spring stuff and some of the claustrophobic platforming, Marble Zone is fun, I like that. Starlight Zone, no complaints. That was a really nice stage. Scrap Brain, the crushing thing, I'm iffy on. Almost every 2D platformer has crushing elements, because what do you do when your character gets smashed into the ceiling with the block? You have to die. There's no other way around it. It's just that this game really goes out of its way to like force that. Instead of it being like a necessary thing, the game plans so many obstacles around you getting crushed, dying instantly. It's frustrating to play. Scrap Brain Zone has a lot of oh, you were second off, dead. But it's an old game. You know, I give this game the benefit of the doubt. It's not probably as bad as I'm saying. It's just that there's so much frustration, especially if you want Supersonic. I didn't get Supersonic, so that sucks. I felt no desire to repeat anything to try and get him. I have to replay the entire game and hope I don't screw up again to get Supersonic, which by the time I get him, it'll be like for the last level, and that's it. Nah. If it wasn't for the Origins collection, I would say this game is not at all worth playing. And I know you could say, oh, we'll just get a modded version. Okay, fine. You can get a modded version. I'm saying play this game with infinite lives. It'll be a lot more fun, but it'll still be frustrating. So was Sonic 1 ever good? I don't really think so. By today's standards, no. I would not say this game is good. But I would describe a lot of old games that were once classic same way. I mean, how many games have a life system? It's only by today's standards do we really consider that an outdated thing. We have 3 more games, and they gotta improve. This is the first game. Next up is 2. Let's dig into that. I mean, this is just Green Hill Zone. Oh, we got checkpoint portals. Oh, it's the racing thing. Okay. I mean, this game is better than the first game immediately. I got the freaking Chaos Emerald first try. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, Digman. Holy. Oh, I killed him. Oh, I'm dead. All right. Yes. I love gambling. I can gamble there. I'm gonna be able to gamble there. Gamble, Sonic. Yes, I'm gambling. Yes. Yes. Woo, I love gambling. All right, hit it. There it is. I'm soup. I'm soup. I'm soup. I'm soup. Woo. Just gotta get out of this vertical place. I'm so, yeah, woo! Oh, I could just straight up jump around. Your spikes mean nothing. I am soup. What the fuck? Alright, what am I supposed to even do here? I just like squeeze in there? Just gotta... Oh, it's a Tails flying airplane level. I don't know how I feel about this. Yeah, this is just, I'm just like waiting around half the time. Okay, apparently, if you break the speed limit, you will fall off. Now I gotta do the whole thing over. Is this another plane level? Oh, shish. What the fuck? All of a sudden I'm not locked to him. Alright. What am I supposed to do? I'm gonna die. I'm totally just... I don't know. Do I jump on this? Yeah, oh. I could just walk off. Alright. This is... Ooh, that's finicky. Oh my god. I did the same thing I did last time. Just gotta wait a little bit. No, that jump is, really... Maybe get in the middle? Okay, now I'm pissed. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, the blasting engine flames are not obstacles. Okay. Alright. I'm very angry. This is kind of cool. It's like the underwater thing. Oh! What's a platform? Oh! It's Steel Sonic. Okay, yeah, you definitely have to hit him in the back. Before you get killed. Oh, good lord, you have to start all over. I'm not in the mood for this shit. I'm too afraid. So you don't hit him in the back. What? Oh, I got this guy down to a science now. Alright, this guy online just jumps into him like that. That's what I've been doing. He's just doing it like it's no problem. Alright, ready? Okay, I got him. And then I didn't. I got him and died. Okay, maybe I just have to like get a running start. Put him against the wall. And he bends down and I can get him there. But if I want to go more, I could just... I think I just need to... Oh. Is he dead? Did this be the game? That boss fight was misery. That sucked. That was bad. I beat it. Oh my god. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 really makes you feel like a hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 redefines what a Sonic the Hedgehog game can be. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 takes the Sonic the Hedgehog formula and flips it on its head. No, that's actually not the case. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is like Sonic the Hedgehog 1, but better. Running through Emerald Hill Zone at first wasn't too different. I mean, it's basically the same exact thing as Green Hill Zone, except now you can hear boom, boom, and boop, boop, because Tails is just running around doing his own thing without you, like dying. But as soon as I reached a checkpoint which I qualified for a teleport to the bonus level, I realized that this game is immediately better than Sonic 1. Giving the player way more opportunity to access the bonus level and making the bonus level make sense was two things I really wanted in a sequel to Sonic the Hedgehog. The three-dimensional racing game, which you have to collect rings and not get hit and make it to the end with a certain amount of rings to qualify for a Chaos Emerald, is just... it's just good. It's fun. The thing these bonus levels do is they teach you how to play them within the level. You will have rings stacked on each of the sides. You'll collect the rings and then you'll see them on the other side and you'll jump and you'll realize, oh, I jump and I can just jump from spot to spot like that and I don't have to go through the middle. And then they send you immediately after through a path of mines structured the same way, and you now know that you can traverse them very easily because you learned how to do it. Game design. And so most of these levels, they're not, even the later ones are not that hard. A couple of them took me a few tries, but I had a few tries. Regardless of the Sonic Origins feature, letting me repeat the bonus level until I beat it, I definitely would have gotten Supersonic without that feature, and that's great. But enough about the bonus games. I mean, they're fun. The level design in this game is jacked up. It's more freeing. It's less claustrophobic. Chemical Plant Zone is the first time where I really felt like I could just run. And I did, and I really enjoyed myself without running into a spring that would shoot me back, or a spike or something like that. They definitely toned that down. The addition of Tails, as annoying as he is, it's cool when he collects that one ring that you were gonna miss during a boss fight or something. He actually proves himself to be pretty useful. The amount of segments in this game where you can be crushed instantly and die are significantly toned down. This whole game feels like Sonic the Hedgehog 1 was a warm-up, and this is the real game. So if you try Sonic 1 and you hate it because it's kind of bad, maybe you should just try Sonic 2 to see how Sonic is good. Because yeah, maybe it's a little early in the video, we still have 2 more games to go, but Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is good. Feels a little anticlimactic to confirm that, halfway through this journey of going through 4 Sonic games. But come on, I wasn't gonna conclude this video with he was never good. I wasn't gonna do that. I knew that I would probably come to this conclusion at some point. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is good. Sonic was good, yes. Of course he wasn't always bad. Not every game was bad. But I follow up with another question that we might be able to answer by the end. Was Sonic ever great? I had a great time with Sonic the Hedgehog 2 to a point. Some of the issues with the original game are still intact, just at a much lower level. Still enough to bother me a bit. I have nothing immediate to say about any of the levels in particular, so I was looking through, trying to take notes on some of these levels. Chemical Plant Zone is fun. Aquatic Ruin. It's like the Labyrinth, but with less water and more reasonable platforming. Casino Night. Iconic. Very fun. Just bouncing around, going fast, and gambling like it's just good. Hilltop. I have one word in the notes section for Hilltop. Cool. Mystic Cave. Cool. Oil Ocean is when I really went hard with Supersonic and just zoomed through most of the level. But that's a cool level too. Metropolis. Okay, the screws. What's up with the screws? The mechanic kinda sucked. This is where Sonic 2 starts to kinda turn for me. As we get into the more difficult section of the game, it feels as though the designers kind of started to fall back on their Sonic 1 design philosophy. The screws suck. You're just supposed to run a direction. It's unclear how you really get locked in. You just have to kind of move, and then it goes. And the fact that they specifically set up another screw right there, and you think you could just jump, but no, you will just die if you keep running. The Metropolis Zone is also when you really started to see, like, I'm gonna bounce on the spring and go up. Oh, I immediately hit spikes when I do that. That was like just a trap. Okay, now you're starting to annoy me again. You're starting to prank me. We're going back to Sonic 1. I don't like that. Sky Chase Zone. Okay, we're in a gimmick now. We're on Tails' plane. It feels so awkward because you're just stuck in that little spot the size of you. So it kind of just feels like you're controller's sticky, and you're just trying to move around as best you can, and the game is kind of telling you you can't fall, but you don't feel like that's the case, so you're scared the whole time. And then of course, I just get bored during a section where you're literally standing still for 30 seconds waiting for the plane to do its thing, waiting for like the background to finish moving. I do a spin dash just for boredom's sake, and I go fast enough to fall out of the plane, so it is possible. That whole level is like, scrap it, get rid of it. Wing Fortress Zone, I just was not a fan of it. It was everything, it was Sonic 1 again by the time we got to Wing Fortress Zone. Very particular platforming that doesn't quite work in context. Sections where I'm not sure what's a platform or what's an obstacle. Just dying over and over to silly things that I should probably know how to deal with before I get thrown into them. That was that whole level. And then we get to Death Egg, and you have that grueling thing where you have to beat this boss, and then you get to the final boss. But if you die on that, you gotta beat that first boss again. Ha 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 ha. At some point it comes down to a science, and you just destroy that metal Sonic, that fake metal Sonic. You gotta start off, you gotta do a spin dash to get into the room. Wait for him to go through, you hit him. Wait for him to come back, and then you hit him. Then he does the spiky ball, you avoid that, and then you hit him. And then you kill him. And then you gotta wait for the door to open, and then Eggman pops out, and then he runs, and then that door opens, and then the next door opens, and then you run. And then you watch Eggman get into the robot, and then he slowly jumps up, and then the battle starts, and then you die immediately. And you just start the whole thing over again, because you thought you could jump into his face if you tried hard enough. And sometimes you can, but sometimes you can't. For some reason, his weak point is approximately 1 pixel above his spike arm, which sometimes hits you and sometimes doesn't. I had a lot of problems with that final boss. The footage in this video is a small fraction of the amount of time it took me, I'm ashamed to admit, to beat that final boss. Because at the end of the day, it's easy. You just wait him out. You just wait for him to bend over when he lands, hit him, and you can just do that, but it's gonna take a long time. So naturally, you wanna beat him fast. The game's about going fast, isn't it? But this boss wants you to just stay still for most of it. And I had a huge problem with it. I couldn't stay still. I felt like I had ADD or something, I just had to keep moving. For some reason, nothing I did in this fight was consistent to beat him like any traditional video game boss. I might be complaining about the final boss of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 more than I should, but it kind of encapsulates that this game, at the end of it all, started to crash and burn. Not enough for me to not call it good, but plenty enough for me to not call it great. Even outside of the ending, the good parts of the game are just good. Nothing was great. Most of my notes were just cool. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't getting me excited. I was just kind of playing a video game, it didn't elevate to the level of greatness. Not many games can call themselves great. We got 2 more though. I'm very curious to see, now that we got past the crappiness, how these next 2 games are going to evolve the formula. Especially Sonic CD. Oh my god, it's this song! The side of the rainbow. Yeah, look at this animation! Sonic Boom! Sonic Boom! Yo, I thought this was from Sonic Boom. Yeah, you can fight, and you see the side, and much aware. Oh, I'm so hyped now. This is crazy. Look how cool Sonic is. Oh, he's spinning. Look at him spinning. Whoa, I went 3D. Past. What? Any? Amy? Amy? What? What did she do? Okay, bye. And we're doing the portals at the end though. Again, I'm not sure about that. What the heck is this? What's going on? We're in 3D? Whoa, this is crazy. This is like F-Zero. Dude, the Sega CD is cool. Get that one. That's it. I did it. I already have a Chaos Emerald. How about that? Time Stones. Wait, what? They're Time Stones? Do I turn into Time Sonic? Future. Go fast, go fast. What? How do I get? Wait, what's that? How do I time travel? And also, what's that? Whoa, is this the future? This ain't no Green Hill Zone. Bro. Oh my god, this music. I'm horrified. I've never been more scared of Robotnik. Okay, this is a layup. This is like built for me to go. Here we go. Jeez, it takes a lot. I'm time traveling though. I'm time traveling. Yeah, oh, whoa, it's the whole different thing. Yo, this game's kind of insane. Oh my gosh, are we gonna go again? We just got here, we're already gonna go back? Yeah, we're going to the past. I don't even care. If you're strong, you can fly. You can reach the other side of the rainbow. It's all right. Take the chance. 'Cause there is no circumstance that you can't handle when you use your mind. Sonic boom, sonic boom, sonic boom. Sonic boom, sonic boom, sonic boom. Sonic boom, sonic boom, sonic boom. Sonic boom. The graphics, the sound, the music, everything is popping so much more than the other two games. It's so crazy. This game genuinely made me think that the Sega CD was cool. There's a lot more mechanics, the levels are a lot more open, you're jumping around everywhere, you're going fast a lot, and you can spin dash now without spinning. I didn't really find a use for that, but that's cool. So I don't have a lot of recorded footage from the playthrough. I only really caught the beginning, but that's where all of my astonishment was. I was just blown away at the advancement Sonic CD brought to the table. Feels like there's more levels in this game. All of the levels have different versions depending on the past and future, which actually affect the level design too, not just graphics. The time travel mechanic is cool, even though it's kind of hard to pull off a lot of the time. Honestly, I didn't really try to time travel that much. The levels were just enjoyable for the first half. This game was great for a while. The only complaint I had was that it seemed like we figured out the bonus game thing, keep the portals at the checkpoints, but they went back to the Sonic 1 way of keeping the portal at the end, giving you a chance to forget about it or pass it, or just overall limiting the amount of chances you have for this bonus level, which is weird. I don't dislike it. It's fun and it's flashy, which seems to encapsulate the entire Sonic CD experience. But what also encapsulates the Sonic CD experience is that this bonus game gets old. I was enjoying everything, but it kind of feels like a honeymoon phase wearing off at around the halfway point. See, Sonic 2 had a harsh ending that left me with a bad feeling, but Sonic CD didn't have such a hard cutoff. It was more, at some point in the middle, maybe, it just started aggravating me. I absolutely adore the music. I mean, this was the only game, I think, out of the 4 that I didn't hear a lot of the music. Like, you probably know Sonic music if you haven't played the games. You've heard a lot of these tracks many times, but not Sonic CD. And I heard people online complaining about Origins again, saying that they default to the American soundtrack and you should replace it with the Japanese soundtrack, which actually is an option, apparently. But the American soundtrack is great. So I don't even know what people are talking about. I mean, I'll listen to the Japan soundtrack at some point, but the American one was extremely my thing. I just love it. And oh my god, the boss music. It kind of doesn't belong in a Sonic game, but I don't even care. It's great. It's the best Sonic boss fight music I've ever heard. Castlevania wishes its boss fights were as intimidating as Sonic CDs. The boss fights are actually easier than the past few games I learned, but it didn't matter because that music was just banging. Overall, the levels are super fun. I mean, if you want a Sonic game that lets you run and fly for a lot of the time, the first half of Sonic CD is for you. But let's get into the negatives. The latter half of this game gets way more labyrinthy. I've come to learn that Wacky Workbench is a pretty infamous set of stages, and I see why. Couldn't figure out where I was supposed to go, and there's this thing where you reach the bottom of the stage and it's so bouncy, you literally fly to the top of the stage with every bounce, and I'm just like, what's happening? I don't even know if I'm in the same... I'll bounce all the way and think I'm in a different area, and I'll be like, oh, this is the same area, because you just cover so much ground in so little time. It's like, never thought I'd say this, but I was going too fast. The bonus stage, at first, it's very intriguing. It's very interesting to look at, but if you keep playing them, you get very annoyed. It seems like these stages are structured in some way, like you're supposed to hit the UFOs in an efficient order to do the level correctly, but it never works that way because you get flown around with all these different objects on the floor and on the wall, and before you know it, you're walking in a puddle, which apparently if you walk in a puddle, the time drains like extra fast. So you just kind of die basically when you stay in a puddle for more than 2 seconds. And when you have so few opportunities to access these levels, like in Sonic 1, getting all the time stones is a very difficult thing. I definitely would not have done it if it wasn't for the Origins collection letting me retry. I got all the time stones, I collect 50 rings, I jump in the air, I press Y. We need to talk. There's no Super Sonic in Sonic CD. Sonic CD's nuts. Bro, who on the team, whose idea? What's the explanation? Can you explain? So you did see in my recording this little machine that I found in the first area. Those exist in all timelines, but you have to find the right timeline where you're able to destroy it. And you do that in each of the zones, and you unlock the good ending. But I didn't destroy any of them because I guess I'm bad at exploring. Whenever I did find the machines, I was often not good enough to travel in time fast enough. It's kind of difficult to time travel unless there's something set up, like there's a bunch of bouncies that let you bounce between them and go super fast, because you have to go fast for like a long time. There's not a lot of opportunity, there's not a lot of free range, especially in the later levels, to just run, because there's tons of enemies and stuff. So I was very bad at time traveling. It's another one of those things where you have one chance. The entire game, you basically have one chance per machine. Like, there's the machine, and there's the time travel sign. You pass the sign, you gotta go fast, gotta go fast, gotta go fast. You ran out of time. So now you can't time travel, and you basically lost. But anyway, all this explaining to say that you don't actually need to destroy the machines, because your reward for getting all the time stones is the same thing as destroying the machine. You're guaranteed a good future, and you get the good ending. Okay? I mean, that was kind of like a package deal with Super Sonic anyway. You get Super Sonic, you also get the good ending of Sonic 1 and 2. So you basically, for me, you just took out the fun part. I can't wrap my head around why Super Sonic doesn't exist. It genuinely makes this entry lose a lot of points for me. Because what is even the point anymore? Super Sonic is like the goal of each of these games. Yeah, you get to the end, of course, but like, you want to get Super Sonic. It's so much fun to be Super Sonic. I didn't even get my chance in the first game because that was just so annoying. They went back to that system of trying to get Super Sonic, but then I do it and they don't give you Super Sonic. What the heck? So the levels got long, they got drawn out. The final boss is just like another Eggman boss, like all of the rest of them. There's nothing special about him. but it was way, way, way less annoying than Sonic 2's final boss, so I guess I'm okay with that. And I left the game feeling like, I guess that was the best so far. But I can't even make that call without being sure. Like, do I say Sonic CD is the best one so far? And it doesn't have Super Sonic? That should be illegal. I don't know, it's tough. These two, Sonic 2 and CD, they're so close together, man. I can't just say. The experience, the first half of Sonic CD is the best, but then the rest is just, ugh. Sonic CD, when it's good, it's really good, and it's way better than Sonic 2. And when it falls, is it worse? I don't know. I got more angry with Sonic 2, but CD doesn't have soup, and that makes me angry. I wish I could be more definitive with this, but we have one more left. Maybe Sonic 3 and Knuckles will encompass all of what makes Sonic good and pour it all into one game. Maybe it'll blow me away. Go amazing! Go amazing! Maybe Sonic 3 and Knuckles will give me everything I want and nothing I don't. Maybe it's the definitive 2D classic Sonic game. Let's go. Secret? The ring portal? It's the balls! It's the balls game! Perfect on the first try. Yo, that's the song from Adventure! Wait a minute, what? Checkpoint portal? Bonus stage? What's this? Oh. Dude, the double jump is like a game changer. What's that? Fire? Whoa, we got like power-ups in this game. This is advanced stuff. Oh, okay, let's do this again. Here we go. What the heck is this? What? Hydrocity? It's Hydrocity Zone. Okay, but we can do another bonus game here. Like, what is this? Let's figure this out. Ah, it's gambling! Wait, it's actually Sonic 1 bonus game. Oh no. Oh no, why would they bring this back? Oh, I don't like this at all. There's so many balls. Oh god, what am I doing? Oh, I've squandered the whole thing. Ah, whoa, what am I supposed... Wait. This is scripted. Yo, I'm on Tails! Ow! Alright, Tails, let's go. Excuse me? Dude, weren't these things in Sonic Adventure 2? Alright, here we go. Boomba boomba dum ba dum boomba 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 dum ba dum boomba. I don't even know what I'm doing. What's the A? What was that A I just got? I just got that thing and turned it into a gray thing. And then that became a bubble. Oh god, oh no, oh, I'm dead. I don't know what this is. Is this like a trampoline thing? Oh yeah, Tails, we just need a little more weight from Tails. What? What? What am I missing here? What's going on? Oh, I can do the... Thinking about killing myself? Wait, I'm just pressing up and down? You just press up and down. Bro. I mean, I am an idiot moron, but also... What was that about? There's nothing else in the entire series like that. Sonic got all the Chaos Emeralds. Now, I better be soup. Yes! Ooh, Lord, I'm going fast again. Oh my god, it's like Supersonic just changes everything, you know what I'm saying? Look how fast I'm going. Look, he pushes with his elbow because he's cool. Only cool people push with the elbow. Woo! Oh, it's so fast. Oh, this is so great. Oh, never mind. You cannot stop me, Knuckles. I am soup. Wait, my rings are going down. I'm running out of rings. Hurry this up. Oh, I gotta wait through the cutscene. I'm gonna run out of rings. Oh my god. I'm just gonna die. So I'm guessing this is the end of Sonic 3, yeah, and this is like the DLC and Knuckles part. We go right to mushrooms after we kill Eggman. Oh. Knuckles? What he doing though? It's not a really well kept secret. You just put the button right there. Oh, but I'm already supersonic. What's going on here? Wait, did I get rid of my Chaos Emeralds? Oh, can I not be soup anymore? Hey, I mean, more balls games? I'm okay with that. I'm all about the balls. I got a super emerald. Okay, I'm intrigued. What is this gonna be? Whoa, this is crazy. This level, like the AN Knuckles version of the game feels like a whole different game. I didn't get this checkpoint, did I? Oh god. Oh, why did I go there? Why did I go for that? It was worthless. Whoa! This is horrifying. What do I do? What? How was I supposed to push that fast enough? What? I'm all the way at the beginning. I'm all the way at the beginning. Yeah, I did not get this checkpoint. None of the checkpoints are working. They're already activated. Is there a gimmick? What is the gimmick in this level? What's happening here? Sonic 2, no checkpoints work. Oh god, it's an Origins glitch. Balls time. I think I already got those, so... What? No! No, 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 no. What happened? Oh, knock, knock, it's knock. Oh my god, dude, this fight plays exactly how it plays in Adventure 1. The only difference is he's not saying, oh no. It's just as, like, easy and pointless. Oh my god! Knuckles, are you okay? I just killed Knuckles. I got all the soup! So what does this mean? Can I just be supersonic again? Now Sonic can be hypersonic. What's that? Let's go. Hypersonic. I am glowing. And I have shinies. I don't know what that means. Hold on. Oh my god, I have a homing attack. I can like bash into things. Whoa, that's pretty cool. I've destroyed Eggman. Fellas, we have defeated the Sonic Quadrilogy. Oh, maybe we didn't. Maybe we didn't. Oh god, oh my god. Whoa! Dude, that drop dash comes in clutch. We're still not done. Oh, we have a hypersonic level! This game's doing all the right things, man. I have like 14 Chaos Emeralds. You cannot stop me, robot man. He's done. That's the end. So this emerald was retconned into being the Master Emerald, right? That definitely is what happened. He just says he's got a suction cup just in time. Good job, Tails. Yeah! Sonic 3 and also Knuckles. Why Sonic look like that? Why they make him look all pudgy and stuff in Sonic 3? I don't know if I like that. I like the old way Sonic looked. So that's complaint number 1. No, Sonic 3 kind of starts off with a bang. It can't be as flashy as Sonic CD, but it does a lot with what it can do. The whole Angel Island burning down sequence was super cool. Discovering I have power-ups at my disposal now. The electric shield, which made a comeback in Sonic Adventure, I remember that. A lot of Sonic Adventure things came from this game, apparently. I enjoyed my time with this game, and it's also like, it's basically 2 games. This is not something I knew. This game is like a deluxe package. There's so many levels. I thought And Knuckles was like a little DLC kind of thing. You can play as Knuckles. There's a couple more levels, but it's pretty much an entire game. And I didn't play as Knuckles. I don't like how he controls. I just kept it the traditional Sonic and Tails, basic stuff, like going fast. But what I didn't know is that this is basically Sonic 4. I mean, you even have to collect a whole new set of Chaos Emeralds. Sonic 3 basically has an ending and then you just keep moving. This is like 2 games in 1. It's great. It is great. I think I'm gonna say it. I had a great time with Sonic 3 and also Knuckles. There's a whole new way of accessing portals now. Now you just find them in the level. You gotta find them there. You gotta explore. You gotta go through the fake walls, go in a portal, and you're playing the ball game. I've been waiting to see which game this showed up in. And man, the balls game is fun. It's just pure fun. Well, I mean, it's pure stress, but it's like a great puzzle. It feels like a game that can kind of hold its own as its own little thing. And it does. In Sonic Origins, you can access a whole ton of these levels that they added in. Another point to Sonic Origins, they're extra hard levels with even new mechanics like the green balls that you have to hit twice in a row. It gets very complex. Well, I brought up Origins, gave it another point. I do have to address what happened in Sandopolis Zone Act 2. In the beginning of this video, I stated that I didn't come across any Sonic Origins glitches to hamper my experience. I played through all 4 of the games. I never encountered a glitch. That wasn't a lie at the time. I recorded that the day before I encountered that glitch because I was so close to the end of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I was like, alright, whatever, I want to get this recording done. And I spoke too soon. So there's that glitch where the checkpoints just don't work on Act 2. I don't know if that's in every copy of the game and they actually just overlooked that. I don't know how that happened. I don't know if it just happened to me and a couple other people, but it's a Sonic Origins glitch. And I'm not holding it against the actual game. Though, that sucked, because I had to go through the entire act in one go. That was the only glitch I encountered in Sonic Origins. Overall, I think the package is worth it, if you haven't played these before. And if you're willing to mod in the music. Which, man, I enjoyed the banging soundtrack of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. It was great. So let's talk about these ring portals. I feel like this becomes a core talking point of these reviews. Like the way you access the bonus level, how fun the bonus level is, and if the bonus level is worth it, is like 3 huge contributing factors to my enjoyment of a Sonic game. Because without the bonus games, without the emeralds, without Super Sonic, as I stated in the CD review, there's like no point. I mean, there's not no point. It's still a fun little game, but it would be missing something, right? People like to talk about how Sonic games are super fun and different because unlike most linear style 2D platformers, Sonic games promote exploration. But I never understood that. In all 3 games previous and this one, you can choose different paths, but most of the time you get blocked off from going to the other paths anyway. I've always thought that taking the highest path was the right way, but there's no right way. It doesn't really matter where you go. You can take the down below path and you'll still get to the same spot. You're not rewarded for taking the high path. You're not really rewarded for any path. You might find something better in one or the other, but there's no rhyme or reason. This game, all the way up to 3, still likes laughing at you a little bit when you get shot up and there's a little break to the side, but you're going so fast up that you don't even see it. And by the time you do, a little door latch comes in and knocks you off, and then you're just left seeing a 1-up in that little cave that you can't access. So I never really understood why people say it promotes exploration. Because does anybody explore in these games? Who gets Sonic because they're like, oh yeah, I want to look around and see everything. Like, don't you just want to run? What makes Sonic cool is that it could be a different experience depending on your playthrough because you took a different path and the levels don't mesh together and you can't perfect them because there's so many different paths. You could find the best path to get to the end, but I mean, what I'm trying to say is Sonic 3 gives you a reason by wanting you to look for these ring portals. So maybe this way of accessing bonus levels is the best for the overall game experience to keep me engaged in the main game as I really try looking for these portals. But I think I still prefer Sonic 2 of just keeping it basic and letting me access them each checkpoint, giving me another go, right? I just like the accessibility of that because man, hunting the ring portals was so stressful for me. I could go levels at a time without finding them. I mean, I didn't go out of my way to search every inch of every level, but I wanted the portals and I kept missing them at certain points. Like when I started and Knuckles and I lost my Chaos Emeralds and had to get a whole new batch, I got pretty stressed out. I didn't know how many levels were left at any time. Oof, I'm surprised I actually managed to do it. The feeling of finding a ring portal is amazing. I'm like, oh, there it is. Even if you don't access it yet and you see it up there, you're like, I gotta find that. I gotta find that. I go left, I go right. I jump around, I search everywhere around that ring to see if I can access it. And I finally squeeze into the wall and I get in. I'm like, yes! And you get to play a really fun game. So it's like icing on the cake. Once again, gotta bring up the retries thing. If I didn't have the retries, the stress levels would be off the charts. So much pressure to find the rings, then get into them. So much more pressure to actually beat the balls level. And I got pretty darn good at the balls levels. I love those. I say keep them coming. Bring those back somehow. I'm into it. But the devastation of screwing up the ball level, and then that was your one chance. You just get spit out where the portal was. It's gone. You gotta find a new one. That would be disappointing if it ever happened to me. I did get that feeling once, as you saw in the footage. What was that when I just walked right and it portaled me out? I screwed. That was a chance lost. I got so angry at that. I've never been angrier at Sonic, even though I like this game the most. Why is that even possible? Why even give you an option to leave that room, right? The worst case scenario, if somebody doesn't want to play the ball game, they just jump into it and then lose instantly and then they're back. Like, you don't lose anything for that. The fact that you can just get spit out and you lose a chance. I was on Lava Reef, so I knew I was close to the end, and I was like, if that was my last chance to get Supersonic, oh my god, I was gonna rip this game apart for that one moment. Game's not perfect. There are just a couple of those little moments that get me, but I did manage to get Hypersonic at the end, and he's not that much different than Supersonic, but feel really accomplished when you do that, even with the infinite retries. Here's another minor complaint though. The Supersonic music is just the same as the Invincibility music, which is kind of a lame track anyway because it's super short and just loops forever. Where's the Supersonic theme? Where's that? What's up with that? The final stage was a little rough, but no complaints really. The final boss made up for the disappointing final boss in CD and 2 because it's got a bunch of forms. It's really epic, but it's not stupid. It's beatable and you can see how to fight it, and it's not like random guessing. I liked it, dude. I liked Sonic 3 Knuckles, and Sonic 3 Knuckles, we did it. Was Sonic ever great? Yes, Sonic 3 Knuckles is great. It's the best retro of the 4. Absolutely. I mean, who's gonna argue with me on that? Getting crushed is still a problem. Not nearly as bad as the first 2, but getting crushed is still really annoying, and it happens at the worst times. How about this? You know when you want to do a spin dash but you have to wait for Sonic to come to a complete stop. If he's moving even a second with momentum, you just start spinning in place, and then you gotta wait again for him to stop. If you've played any Sonic game, you have to know what I'm talking about. That is irritating. I don't know if this would be better, but what if you just had a button that would make you automatically spin dash, like stop you? You know, would that be broken? Would that break something? I'm not a game designer. Somebody try that out, because I'm sure that's good. Somebody mod that. You Sonic modders. Sonic 2 and CD still have strengths over this game, even though I'd call this one definitely the best. Sonic 1, nah. Sonic 1 doesn't really have anything, aside from being the first. And the Sonic Origins collection is good. It's not... Don't get the DLC. There's DLC. I don't even know what it adds, but it's like $5 extra. That's called Sega stealing money from you. That's just... But it will go on sale. I think these are the best official versions of the Sonic games you can probably get now. I 100%ed it, S-ranked every mission in every game, got everything in the museum, got every single achievement on Steam. Like, I dug into this game. I beat it all. And I liked it. I honestly recommend Sonic Origins. If you're okay with the music, or if you can mod it, Sonic 3, and the Sandopolis glitch. But other than that, it's fine. You know, it's fine. God, Sega sucks, huh? I was gonna end the video here, but I had to go deeper. Was Sonic ever good? Yes. Was Sonic ever great? Yes. Was Sonic ever fantastic? Oh my god, no way! Green Hill Zone?! Oh, we gotta go to the portal, the checkpoint portals. Blue spears! Blue balls! The balls! Oh, wait, that's not a Chaos Emerald. What's that? That was like 3D. Whoa, we're doing Sonic CD again? But not really, we're running fast. And look at this model, this is amazing. Yo, this is crazy, I'm gonna get him. I'm going fast now. I'm gonna get you. Oh, that was the Chaos Emerald? Hell yeah. Look, it's the fish from Sonic 1. They brought back fish. Oh god, I know that target, it's the guy. Is that a really annoying final boss? What the? Oh yeah, I've seen this before. Booyo. They just put Booyo in it. They put Mean Bee Machine in it. Oh, I'm gonna get you, Eggman. Ready for this? Oh yeah. Oh, but that's not even all. There you go. Oh, that's a triple. I got an achievement. You're dead. I can't believe there's just a Booyo boss. That's amazing. Studiopolis, yes! I heard about this one. Woo! Oh, the music. This is crazy. I don't even know what I'm doing. Oh no. I don't have infinite retries anymore. Dude, the sprite art in this game, it just never stops. It's so good. Press garden? Like printing press? Like printing press garden. What? No, they put guns in Sonic. They put guns. Wait, oh, hold on. Gotta go back. Gotta get balls. Oh my god, I'm sweating. I went too fast, dude. Oh my god. Oh Jesus. Yeah. Oh my god. Ah, what am I doing? Where am I going? This is it. That has to be it. Wait, but where about the 4 rings? I missed the 4 rings. Well. Are we doing 3D? Yeah! What the flippin' hell? I have to do the ring bounce thing. There's no other way to do it. And I failed. Titanic Monarch. I cannot believe they brought these things back from that one minigame. Ow. This feels like secret. No? Oh, there it is! There it is! This is a secret! How do I get up here? You gotta run? How do I get up? Look at his fat ass. We gotta go. I think that was it. That was the final boss. Come on, Knuckles, let's get out of here. Again. Alright, finally, here it is. I am soup again. Yeah, look at me, I'm fast. Oh, still gotta do balls though. Can't forget balls. Oh my god, I'm gonna die horribly. What is that attack? He's like, get out of here, get out of here. I'm gonna die. Wait, was that it? Oh, that was the final true ultimate real boss for real. Sauce Mania. Wow, Sonic Mania is a freaking joyride. I just enjoyed every second of that game. The sprite work, it's godlike. It's like some of the best sprite animation I've ever seen. And I love a game with good ass pixel art and sprite animation. Oh my god. This is like exactly how I wish every 2D platformer would look like. This is the best case for not ditching pixels I've seen in a while. A lot of people like to dog on pixels. It's overdone. Oh, every indie game looks the same. Yeah, but dude, if you do it right, it just looks objectively better than throwing a 3D guy on a 2D plane. You know what I'm saying? Just compare it to something like the new Metroid. Imagine if Metroid had this level of art, animation, and creativity that Sonic Mania had. I would die. Now, most of the game is made up of classic remixed stages, slightly changed, but the few new ones that we got are just the cream of the crop. They were by far my favorite levels of the game, even the last one. Previous games had this kind of reoccurring issue where the last level would just be a pain, a slog to get through, stupid spikes in difficulty that don't feel reasonably challenging. Titanic Monarch, it's just like, it's a long stage, but it's good, and I didn't feel annoyed at any point. Everyone talks about Studiopolis, which is great, but I never heard anybody talk about Press Garden, the level about a printing press warehouse in a garden, and it's like the most beautiful level in the game. Most of the returning levels are great. I personally am not a huge fan of like Flying Battery Zone and a few others, but I guess that's just me. But even on the old levels, this game continues the trend of not revolving the gameplay around bothering the player. There are significantly less springs that bump you into spikes. There's less one-way paths that cut you off from bonuses. There's just less of that annoyance that brought the other games down in the past. But let's get to the meat of it. I feel like I played the Balls game maybe more than the actual Sonic game. And I'm not even mad. It seems like Mania finally proved my point that bonus games are way more important to the overall Sonic experience than people give them credit for. The actual brand new Chaos Emerald bonus game they added might already be the best one ever, but they also have the Balls game, which I just said is the best of the retro collection. I mean, this game just gives you everything you want. The new UFO Chase game even has a little bit of all the other bonus levels not technically represented here, but it plays so much better than all of the older ones combined. And even though the Balls game only rewards you with these medals that unlock some kind of neat features, I still could not resist getting every single gold medal and then going ahead and 100%ing the game with all the achievements on Steam. I did not get Supersonic before the credits, but it's no pressure because I could just go to Stage Select and grind through Green Hill Zone a little bit and go through the portal and keep trying these levels until I eventually got them all. Now, I'll still say if I was able to grind through Green Hill Zone over and over and repeat the levels until I beat it. Is there really much of a difference between that and just having infinite retries? I feel like so many developers dance around the convenient option of just letting the player go over and over because of the idea that that would be too easy. But every person who wants to get Supersonic is just gonna grind through Green Hill Zone like I did and eventually get him. It's just gonna take longer than having infinite retries. None of that is adding challenge, it's just wasting time. You know what I'm saying? This goes for like all games. Making a grand point about all games. Ditch the freaking repeating things. It's not challenge. Anyway, that's just a small tidbit that I'm not holding against the game, I'm just making that point. But to wrap it up, was Sonic ever fantastic? Yeah, I think so. And if you want to play Sonic Mania, I still recommend going through some of these old ones because as good as the game is, it's even better when you have that experience of the older games and you understand all the references and callbacks and stuff. It's just the icing on the cake, you know? It feels like for the first time in so many years, we got a game created by a team who loves Sonic. And we haven't got that since. Apparently, Sonic Mania is a prequel to Sonic Forces, but only if you paid attention, and also played Sonic Forces. Just a few months after Sonic Mania revitalized the fanbase, Sega crapped out another mediocre half-baked action platformer, or so I've been told. I haven't played it, and I'm not going to play it because this video has taken long enough. 2021 gave us a remaster of a fairly well-received Sonic game, Sonic Colors, but this re-release was bashed when it came out for having a lot of bugs that the original didn't have. Cool. Now we're caught up to today and Sonic Origins is getting bashed for the same thing. It looks like Sonic Mania didn't cause a huge change of direction like many fans were probably hoping. But to stay positive, there hasn't been a real Sonic game since 2017 because they've been hard at work on the frontier. Now, I'm not going to say too much about a game that's not out yet, but I will say it doesn't look fantastic. It doesn't look terrible, but it doesn't look fantastic. What I will say is this is the longest, as far as I know, that the Sonic team has ever spent developing one game. 5 years of development is unheard of for this series. Maybe that's a good sign this game will come out really nice. I mean, that is Legend of Zelda development time. But on the other hand, this is the first time they're doing open world, so it's a much bigger game than the last one. So I don't really know what to think. I don't have a lot of confidence about it. The truth is, the core identity of Sonic, a platformer with branching paths, hidden collectibles, fast movement, in theory, it works a lot better in 3D. If it's good, you'll still see a large amount of people hating on it, clowning on it, trolling it. Such is the fate of every modern Sonic game. If it's bad, you'll definitely see that group of people come out again to claim Sonic was never good. Well, you can tell them. Sonic was good. Actually, Sonic was great. In fact, even recently, Sonic was fantastic. And he will be again.
It's a supersonic flight, gotta keep it going.
Hello folks, welcome to the first ever Endslate. I'm gonna be putting pictures of videos you can watch here. You can't click them because YouTube's stupid. But if you like this video, check out these. They're on the channel. I wanted to put an Endslate here for the first time to give a bit of an update and a little look behind the scenes of this big boy vid. This video has taken the longest out of any video on the channel to make, and it's mostly due to me being very inefficient. If you're wondering, yes, this video began production on June 23rd, aka the release of Sonic Origins, and I knew going in I was going to do this. I had a whole plan, and things went all over. I really wanted my thoughts to be really raw and uninfluenced by later games, so I beat one of the games and then did all the recording and stuff, and then played the next game, and so that was already inefficient. But I'd also never recorded a playthrough for one of these things before, so that was a little awkward to handle. I have like over 250 gigs of game footage I don't know what to do with now. I finished them and I was like, why don't I 100% it? Maybe that could add to the video, and it really didn't. I just 100%ed it. But then it was the Steam summer sale, and I was like, you know what? Mania is like $7. I want to play it. I guess now's a good opportunity. And then so I Sonic Mania, and then I should 100% Sonic Mania, and then it just kept going. Work was been getting busier. There was a whole week where I just took off. It didn't do anything really, which was nice, but delayed it more. I decided to start writing the next video and stop working on this. You ever do that? I don't know why I did that. I was like, I'll get this video out instead of the Sonic one, and the Sonic one I'll do later at this point, because it already was a couple months at that point. But then I said, like last week, why am I doing this? Stop that. No, let's do the Sonic video. I was just being dumb. The whole conclusion segment I had to re-record because I accidentally recorded it with like the exposure way up, and I was just like, man, I don't really care much about my appearance on these videos, but I was just like all complete white, just fully white. I was just like, I can't. I have to re-record this, and that was a whole day. You might notice I have kind of like a nice sunburn on my head in that conclusion segment. I didn't even care. I was like, whatever, dude, it's better than being as white as a sheet of paper. Final Fantasy is the other thing. If you know this channel, I'm reviewing every Final Fantasy or I Die marathon where I play every single Final Fantasy game. And yeah, that got in the way too, I'm not gonna lie. As the spin-offs get faster, I end up beating them faster, and I have to make a video on them faster, and then, okay, I'm in the middle of Sonic, but I have to stop and make this Final Fantasy. I used to have a rule where I didn't want Final Fantasy to flood the channel, so I would make sure I would always upload something between two Final Fantasy videos, so it would be broken up a little bit. And as you see, I stopped following that rule a couple months ago. That's because I started to kind of throw whatever out there, just a random crap vid to go in between, or I would rush something out because it's perfectly timed to be in between these two Final Fantasies. And it's like, it doesn't matter. If I'm trying to avoid the Final Fantasy overexposure on this channel, there's nothing I can do about that. I'm making an individual video on every single game in the series. There's no way to really cover that. So I look like a Final Fantasy focused channel, which I guess I technically am, and I'm just embracing it now. I'd rather just have the Final Fantasy to keep the channel alive and then drop a big video like this when I'm ready and I'm fully done with it. I think it's a better system, instead of just doing other random crap and then nobody knows like what this channel is. So now I've kind of defined it. Final Fantasy Video Diary, easygoing, casual series. And then the big vids, the main course, stuff like this comes out. And a lot of people have told me, I don't really, the Final Fantasy videos, I'm not a huge fan of, I don't really watch them. You should do more like the Kirby video. And I'm like, well, yeah, man, I mean, I agree. The Final Fantasy videos are not as good because they're much more basic. That's intentional, but like, you should know if you don't like the Final Fantasy videos, those aren't replacing anything. I think back to what like Sakurai always said about the Echo Fighters and Smash Bros. When people be like, we don't want more Echo Fighters, we want more main fighters. And it's like, the Echo Fighters are just a bonus, man. They're just there because it was easy to do and it's fun. It's not like we got an Echo Fighter instead of a big fighter, you know? I'm not doing a Final Fantasy video instead of a video like this. That's not how it works. So if you don't like the Final Fantasy videos, that's okay. But I enjoy doing them. I don't intend to stop unless I die trying. They might seem like the main course because they're the majority on this channel, but that's not how it is. So that's basically how I'm running this place, this thing, for now. I'm working on main vids in the background. And in between, whenever I finish Final Fantasy, we take a couple days to do that and then keep going. That's how it is. The next video will come out a lot faster than this one. I've already mostly written it. So as for what it is, you might be able to guess easily by the track record of this channel. But stick around, dude, because we're making more vids, dude. Hell yeah, dude. And the next video will be all scripted. I hope people weren't disappointed by more unscripted stuff in this one. That's how I wanted to do it. Because like I said, raw thoughts. I wanted the raw thoughts. But the next video is all scripted. And I hope you enjoyed. I wanted to do a Sonic video because, well, I've explained why at the beginning, really. I was kind of a hater, and now I've really gone through a whole arc and figured out what Sonic really is, and it's cool. I don't think I'm going to play any more Sonic games or Sonic videos anytime soon. Unless Frontiers is like actually really good, I don't know. I do plan on posting this to like Sonic areas of the internet. Those are scary guys, so if you're a Sonic fan who's discovered this video and are watching even the Endslate, wow, I really appreciate you. And I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, have a good day. And I'm gonna go watch The Boys Season 2 finale. Because that's a cool show. Alright, bye.